guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we have some Vietnamese food. I asked you guys on Instagram and see what you guys wanted us to eat, and there was like
seafood.
There was a lot of seafood. There was Mexican food and there was Vietnamese food. So
majority of it was Vietnamese food.
Yes, it was actually. I was surprised. So today we have some spring roll, salad roll. I have the Vietnamese vermicelli with lemongrass pork, and then shrimp. I think I'm missing a shrimp, but there's only 3 on here. And then Ed is having the rice meal with lemongrass pork chop.
Yeah.
Yep, his favorite. And this is my favorite actually. So we got some sauces here. This is the like sweet fish sauce to go with the noodles.
And rice.
And rice, yes. And then this is the peanut sauce.
For the
salad roll.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm so hungry. We just came from the gym like an hour ago. And yeah, it was my first time being back.
No, I'm kind of full for the protein shake.
I'm like, I don't know how you're gonna eat all this food when you just had your protein shake.
Two of them.
Anyways, let's dig in. I'm gonna start with this.
2.
I actually had booster juice after, you know, the workout.
Oh yeah.
Sriracha?
Yeah, I don't know why we're wearing white.
That's okay. I'm also a little stuffed up from like allergies this morning, so if I'm sniffling, that's the reason why. Woke up with one. I'm not sick. I don't feel sick. It's just allergies.
It's not corona.
No.
Thank you.
I don't really like tomatoes either.
Same here. Apparently I used to like tomatoes when I was a baby.
So this is for the my noodles. I'm just gonna pour it and then I'll mix it. So there was a bunch of questions on the Instagram that we're gonna go through because I asked you guys funny mukbang questions, and a lot of it was still like very general questions which we've already answered, I think. So we'll skip through that. This is the sauce for that, yeah. Okay. You can use both. It's the same. And then I'll try to like read out the funny ones that are hilarious or funny. Ready? Okay. Should cereal be considered as soup?
Cereal?
Cereal, yeah.
No. No. Shouldn't be.
Do you like cereal?
No.
I've never seen him eat cereal.
Never.
Like, no. I'm a cereal snacker, but I don't eat it for breakfast. So it's like kind of like a nice snack, like after lunch or something.
I never eat cereal. Part of it because of milk. I don't drink milk.
He doesn't. We're actually all lactose intolerant. So we actually buy lactose-free milk.
Can't believe you can eat with your left.
I know. Well, everyone takes the right, so I gotta go to the left.
No, just do it. I'm gonna be here, off the camera.
What do you think about your wife's purse addiction?
Addiction? What's that question?
What do you think about your wife's purse addiction?
Purse
addiction. I mean, I'm not addicted. I just like... That's what addictors say, right? Like people who are addicted.
You need some major intervention.
Is that like a word even? Addictor? No, addiction.
Addictive?
Yeah. Like, you know,
well,
it's just, I've always been like that ever since I could remember. Like, I love purses.
Even before YouTube. I think one of my biggest purchases before, when we're still going out, was I think it was a Gucci or LV purse.
It was like
I bought you a couple.
a Gucci bag for like
Which you
Christmas or
sold
something.
down
Which I
the
didn't
road.
really like. I'm sorry, but like
No, but you liked at that moment.
at that time, but
Yeah.
then I never really used it. It was kind of like a Speedy bag, but Gucci. Anyways, I can go on about purses, so we'll move on. Okay. Do you ever worry about getting fat while eating a lot of food?
Oh, I'm
course.
barely on here, so ask her.
Even like when we're not filming, we eat a lot anyways. So it's kind of like we enjoy food. So if weight gain happens, then you gotta learn to live with it. And we're totally fine. Like you work out, you still stay healthy. At least we do anyways, right? Let's
Man.
see if I can find a funny question.
I should have got something like that.
Noodles? It's so good. I love the, what is this? Is this rice noodles? Yeah, it is. Rice noodles.
I'm seriously full. The protein shake.
What is the most embarrassing moment you had together?
Oh,
Do you remember?
I don't know. I think there's some few, but oh,
Like,
oh,
I can't remember.
I think when we first dated,
What was it?
when
When you didn't pay for the meal?
no, that was my best friend. We did pay for the meal, but he paid just for
You
us.
paid for yourself.
Yeah, I give him my wallet.
I don't know if we told you guys the story, but on our first date, we just like, because we were young, right? So we just went to a fall restaurant.
I asked you to bring your friends,
Yeah.
your circle of friends,
Of course.
and my best friend was there. There's three of you, and there's two of us. So I asked
So I bought my
best friend.
girls, he bought his, and then at the end of the meal, they went to go pay. Well, his best friend went to go pay.
No, I gave him my wallet.
Yeah,
He paid for it. He paid for it,
but paid for you guys.
but paid for himself. Paid for the both of us. And when we walk out, the waitress chased us. Said, "Hey, you guys didn't pay." And I look at my best friend and said, "I think we did." And then she's like, "No, only two people." I'm like, "Wow, way to go for the first impression."
Yeah, it was so bad. I was like, wow.
And guess where it is?
Where?
Fall.
Yeah, fall restaurant.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think there's moments where we were embarrassed.
Nothing really.
Who's more likely to get arrested?
I'll let you answer that.
Obviously him. Because obviously he's a guy, right? He's more protective. More aggressive. Ooh, who made the first move? It's not funny, but like who made the first move?
She did.
Why are you lying?
I could get a zapper here and then you get zapped. Bam.
We should have a lie detector test. Because we can never figure out, or we can never remember who did it.
You did.
You know? No, come on.
You did. Guys, let me be a gentleman and say I did. Something wrong with this. Seriously, look. Cook, not cook.
What do you mean? It's like that. You can have a salad roll then.
Yeah, no.
I think you're just full. Trying to find a reason
No, that too.
complain about.
No, but I wanted the salad roll. I said I will eat that though. I hope you eat it. Okay, go ahead.
What was your most awkward date?
Oh. I think on a first, on a first official formal date, we went out and my car broke down.
Oh, I remember that.
And I went to pick you up.
And like he like lied where he lived.
I don't know.
And you said, this is my aunt's house. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was awkward and strange.
No, but no. So I called my best friend called my buddy. It was a nice car. Because I was gonna bail out anyways, but I said I don't want to bail out.
Yeah.
But yeah, my buddies came through, and they actually, it was her and I at the back seat of this Honda Prelude.
The good old Prelude.
And it was a nice car that time. It was 2000. Anyways, my buddy was driving and my best friend was in the passenger seat. So we literally have a driver and a bodyguard. Which was good.
This is a sauce. I thought that was funny too. Someone asked, funniest story when you were dating.
Funny story when we were dating.
I have a bad memory, so if you ask me like what you guys did like 5 years ago, it takes so hard. Like it takes me like I have to think really hard what happened. It sounds really bad. I mean, it is pretty bad. You can't remember that long ago.
There's a lot of fun. There's a lot of funny things.
You have a good memory.
I think the first
With
time.
stories? He's a good storyteller.
First time I asked you out because I love camping. I took you to camping out in this boony.
Yeah.
It was like up in the woods, up in the
And
top
I
of the
honestly
mountain.
don't know why I said yes. And we only have known each other for like, I don't know,
So
a month.
I only have one tent. It's a sleep two. Not intentionally. I just literally have one tent. She came with me, and I had I bought a flower, and you didn't expect that. I bought a bouquet of flower, and I gave it to you. And that's the time that you.
Said yes? Was that? Officially?
I think after that, but I think you don't remember this, but there's no signage whatsoever that you're not allowed to camp there. But we did because we used to camp there with my buddies. So we
Well,
camped.
that was like 16 years ago, so there wasn't
No,
really
more
like...
than that. It's like more like 18, 17 years.
Well, we've been together 17.
Yeah.
Can't be more than that. Unless you're with someone else.
No, but you remember this. So we had a fire going, and we hear a boat coming.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, my God.
It was so funny. And
We were so scared that, it was like one of those like park rangers or park officials, patrolling the area. So we quickly like ran out, put out the fire, and like the smoke started going off
Yeah,
or
and
something.
it got
we were
worse.
like
Because
so
before
scared.
it was just the fire, there's no smoke. But when we put away the fire, the smoke coming out, right?
Yeah.
And then we ran into our tent, and I was like waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a funny moment.
That's funny, yeah. Have you ever skinny dipped? Skinny dipped.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I had no choice because I have no swimming trunks. And me and water. I love water.
He
Not the
does.
skinny dip of what you guys are talking about.
Like skinny dipping. Like
Yeah.
run out naked to the lake.
I had no choice with my boys.
You've done it before?
Yeah,
I never had.
I love water. It's good.
What do you do if one of you passes gas? You know what? There's a lot of like gassy questions and fart questions in here. You just sit there and smell it and you like blame each other. Did you fart?
This is always me. I'm a silent
He's
farter.
a silent farter. Or I don't know where he'll just go.
No, we went to a long drive. And then you were sleeping and I farted and I locked the windows.
You lock the windows?
Yeah, and you woke up and you really got mad at me. This is like recently.
Really?
I said, what'd you do that for? And I said, sharing is caring.
Yeah.
But I always do this too. I will fart and I'll be like, Emma.
You'll blame it on the kids.
And she got mad, bad, man.
Mm-hmm.
Emma hates that stuff.
No, she just doesn't like being
Getting picked
blamed. No, being blamed for something she didn't do. She'll get really, really mad.
Or getting picked on.
Mm-hmm.
She hates that.
Okay. What made you want to live in Canada? No choice, really. My parents were here. Now they're in Thailand. So.
Same here.
And we just like,
No, before there was a choice between
got used to living here. And I love living here.
Seattle or Canada.
For you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And choose Canada.
Yeah.
So, and do I like it? Yeah, because like literally you can just
You want some?
you can
Excuse me.
you can literally just walk right across the border.
Yeah, we're so close to the border anyways.
Like literally when they were doing Jollibee video,
Yeah.
I literally drove,
I would send him, can you go get Jollibee, please?
I drove like 2.5 hours
Yeah.
to get Jollibee and drove back 2.5 hours. And the custom officers were like, "What'd you do in the U.S.?" I'm like, "I went to buy fast food." I rolled down the window, saw the Jollibee. It's like, I know what that's like. And he's
I'm
a
so
South,
excited that it's coming to Vancouver finally.
and considering the guy was South Asian descent,
Yeah. Let me try this. Is this that bad?
it wasn't marinated properly. Anyways. When was the last time you farted in front of each other? I think last week.
Like an hour ago.
But mine is worse because I literally would try to position myself. My behind will be at her face. And I would literally just fart. And she was just like, "Why would you do that?" I'm like, boys will be boys.
And I don't really care, to be honest. Some people get really offended when you fart in front of them. Okay. Who snores a lot? That one over there.
Especially
I don't
when we're-
snore, right?
Oh no, guys. She said she doesn't snore. So one day I recorded her. I said, "Look," because she always blamed
I'm
me.
so tired. Like when I'm exhausted.
Same here.
I think everyone's like that. When you're totally exhausted.
But I'm not like a big snorer. But when I'm really tired,
What do you mean you're not a big snorer?
no, when I'm really tired, that's even worse. Especially from work.
Okay. Who is your celebrity crush? Do you have one?
Kate Beckinsale.
Still? Mine is Chris Hemsworth. See, another fart question.
Ooh, who's the early bird?
Oh, I am for sure. Like, totally.
Let's ask her what time she wake up today.
I woke up really early today. I mean, I did go back to sleep after dropping the kids off, but then it was like a power nap, like 20 minutes.
I wake
And then we
up.
went to the gym.
I wake up around 3 o'clock in the
He
morning.
wakes up way too early. Like 9 o'clock is a good time.
No, he still complain.
I love to sleep in. I do love to sleep in. I've always been like that ever since high school. I'm like, can I just sleep till 12?
Me, I'm always an early bird.
But then again, I sleep really late too, so.
Yeah.
Do you brush your teeth while the other one is using the toilet?
I think that's a very common question. Once you're married, I think
You see
can do-
everything. Like
you do whatever you want.
fart, pee, number 2, shower.
Everything.
Even when the kids were little, they would just like barge in. I think that's every parent's like, when they're like 3, 4, they just come in regardless if you lock the
Even
door.
now,
They just push it.
from time to time, we gotta teach them like,
Hey,
hey,
get out!
you're old now.
Okay, are you done your food? Should
Yeah.
we do a couple more questions, Diane?
I want to do all questions. Let's do it.
This is a lot of questions though.
But no, still.
If Ed was in the kitchen, what would he cook for you?
Oh,
would you cook?
spaghetti. Because that's the one
That's
that you
his
always want.
favorite. Yeah. Yeah.
And I literally ate spaghetti this morning.
At what time?
Oh,
At like 8 o'clock? 8:30?
yeah, after I dropped the kids.
Oh my goodness.
After I dropped the kids
That's
to
such
school.
a big meal in the morning. Like I would normally have breakfast,
And I regret it.
like just coffee, maybe a little bit of toast. Unless we go out to eat, then I would have like a full-on meal. That's like my favorite meal is breakfast.
The bad thing is, when we went to the gym right after,
No. And I was like, let's go to Cora's.
I'm like, oh, no.
Who do the most at home?
No.
Me.
Oh,
No way. No, you can't take that from me.
yes, guys.
Would you film a new house tour? Maybe. I mean, we did a couple of renos, but possibly. How did you tell him that you were pregnant?
Oh,
I think we were at home and
yeah, you took the pregnancy test.
I just took the pregnancy test and I showed it to him.
I said, you're pregnant. And I'm like,
And he's like,
oh. And I went to I sat down on a white couch.
yeah.
And my first phone call was my best friend. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't worried because I know I'm going to be a good dad, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
I always worry no matter what because I always want what's best.
You're a very
Worrisome person.
worrisome person, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't not eat and talk at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. If you can meet one dead celebrity, who would it be?
Kobe.
Probably Kobe.
I wanted Kobe.
For you. For me?
Always Kobe.
Always.
Yeah.
For me?
Aaliyah.
I liked her, but I wasn't like a huge fan.
All of the
You know what I really like? I actually watched this movie the other day, like Robin Williams.
He's dead?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know he was dead.
You know, the guy that plays Mrs.
Oh,
Doubtfire.
yeah. I'm talking about something. Yeah.
Not the other Robin
Yeah, yeah,
Williams.
yeah.
Like, right?
Yeah.
He was really
he's-
talented, and I loved like all his movies. It kept me like
He's a
company.
very good actor and a good comedian too.
Yeah, he was. It's so sad, but yeah, I think I would meet him.
Mine is Kobe for life. I think that rubs onto Nico.
Yeah, I think a little bit, but he also,
Yeah.
you know,
But I'm
likes
always obsessed with
his-
Kobe.
Yeah, for his own reasons.
Ever since when I was young.
How do you overcome small arguments?
How you be, what?
How do you overcome arguments? Like when we argue or when we fight,
I walk away.
you just walk away.
Because-
and I'm like, come back here. No,
Yeah.
just kidding.
That's what it turns to.
I'm the one who always wants to clear the air before we move, and he doesn't like to really, go at it, and he just walks away.
Yeah.
And then it makes me more mad. I'm like, but then, we
Because-
apologize, and then we move on.
Yeah. And who apologized first?
This one over here does not like to apologize.
No.
It's like your dirty
Are
laundry.
you okay? Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Drinking tea.
Oh, there's a question like coffee or tea.
Oh, coffee, 100%.
Lately, I've been drinking a lot of coffee. Like I'm normally a tea drinker.
Yeah, because
and
we bought the container and you're finishing it for me.
True, I don't know why. I've been like, maybe I'm sleepy in the morning. I need a cup of coffee, but usually I'm a tea kind of person.
Yeah.
So, oh, who apologized first after a fight? It's
Me.
the same question. Oh, you know what? This last question, okay? Say something in Thai and I'll say something in...
Say something in Thai.
Yeah, do you know any word in Thai? Someone asked that earlier.
Kap kun ka.
Kapun ka?
Yeah.
The only word I know is the bad word.
Oh, I'm a very respectful person.
What are you talking about? Like, you know that bad? Like, putang ano.
No, don't do that. Don't do that, P. No, P. No.
What does that mean?
That's a bad word.
I told you it's a bad word.
No, don't put that there.
I'm just gonna leave it, guys. Or like, mahalakita.
Yeah,
I love you.
I love
Is
you.
it I love you? Oh,
So
see, I
here's the
know,
thing.
I
Here's
knew-
the thing, though. I don't speak Tagalog.
You used to speak Bisaya.
Yeah, I would rather speak English, and that speaks a lot from people in that speaks Bisaya. They would rather speak English than speak Tagalog.
I could see that.
Example: our president in Philippines.
Yeah. English mix.
He would rather speak English than Tagalog.
Yeah.
It's so hard to.
And it's easier to
take it off.
communicate too. Yeah.
I always do. Even talking to my parents, I talk to them in English.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, but majority of the time, because it's so hard to break it down now. Considering you've been here for like 3 decades. So.
Yeah. 30 years. Same here, actually.
What
More?
was your nickname for each other? You say, what's your nickname for me?
B?
Oh. And Nico always asks this, and Emma.
Oh, because he calls me P, and it's very confusing.
P.
Like when we first dated, I guess like there was the word Mississippi had my name in it in the middle, like
And
when you
to the
spell
point-
it out, Sissy in
And
the middle.
I even put that in my car.
Yeah.
I used to have an Integra.
Yeah,
And I put it right in the hood.
this is how he like, I'm trying to impress,
No.
I'm gonna put your name in my car, but not your actual name, but Mississippi. So the reason why he calls me P is it's just a short version of Mississippi. Yeah.
And you always say this, that I'm always good at nicknames.
Yeah, he's actually really good at like finding like
Nicknames.
nicknames for anyone, like his friends, his coworker, the kids.
Yeah.
Like Totoro became Stofalo, or like became
Stoppy.
Stoffy. Like we just randomly just comes up,
Yeah.
So yeah, but that was good.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, well, you guys, we're all done with the questions. I think it's quite long. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!